Pour yourself a pint, cozy up, and get ready for another episode of Beer, Bros, and BS.
This is Jay Muse. This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler. This is Brett Dolph.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives. Snooch to the nooch!
Welcome to episode 91 of Beer Bros and BS, your home for craft beer, pop culture, and other BS. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
Jose. JJ, the Mel Chef.
Alex, the King of Alapata.
And tonight we're recording live at Odd Breed Wild Ales, and we're joined by...
Matt.
Thanks for having us here, Matt.
No problem.
Before we get into the show, I'm going to ask you 4 questions so that we can get to know you a little bit better. These are hard-hitting questions. If you feel uncomfortable answering any of these questions, just let us know.
Life-changing. All right.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, man. I'm going to have to get back to that one.
Okay. Who'd win in a fight? In an all-out brawl, one had to live, one had to die. Captain America or Iron Man?
Man, I don't really know enough about either, honestly, to say.
Okay, how about Batman and Superman?
Probably Superman.
Okay.
Superman can fly. I don't believe Batman knows how to fly, so...
What's your favorite style of beer?
I would say probably Lambic.
Lambic?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you were stuck on a deserted island for a year and you had all the proper food and proper refrigeration and glassware, what would be the one beer that you'd be able to have with you on that island?
Dre Fontaine and Oud Goose.
Very nice. Very nice.
No hesitation. I like it.
So, could you do us a favor and let us know what beer we're going to be drinking tonight?
So this one that I poured for you guys is Diner Food. It is a blend of a few different farmhouse ales that were aged on spent raspberries. So you get just a hint of the raspberry flavor and aroma. But otherwise, the Saison farmhouse ale background is really what kind of shines.
It's pretty good.
Yep. It's fantastic. Had this here last week.
Yep.
It was on tap. Come visit the tap room.
So let me ask you guys. Would you rather have a glove that gives you super fantastic artistic abilities, think Disney quality, and you can draw super fast, or have a headband that gives you genius level coding abilities, no error, future proof with excellent documentation? So you can either draw really well or write code.
I'll do the code because just because you're a good artist doesn't mean it's guaranteed you'll get work or be able to sell your work.
You're a misunderstood artist.
I'll do the glove. I'm already a great coder.
Ahead of his time.
Woo!
Damn. I just like the sound of a headband.
Bring that back.
I just like the sound of a headband. Right? That's what you said, a headband. No?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Like that, the old Nike, 2000s.
I wear it upside down.
Exactly.
With an upside down visor. An upside down backwards visor. The fuck is the point of that?
See, Matt doesn't need a glove. He's already fucking making art. Art in the glass.
True.
Well, thanks. But I definitely can't draw, so I would take the glove.
Would you rather work a job you despise for 10 years and then retire comfortably, or work your dream job till you're 75?
What's the retirement plan on that 10-year job? That 10-year gig?
Whatever you think is comfortable, living comfortably.
Yeah?
You'd have that.
Well, in that case, I get uncomfortable pretty easy. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've already worked 10 years at jobs I hate, so what's another 10?
Not including your current job, though.
Oy!
Because you're in your dream job right now, right?
You got that? Yeah, why not? You got wink.
I'll do the 75 years of something awesome. Dream job.
Yeah, same. I do 75 years. It'll keep you busy anyways.
Okay.
You can do it after.
I know. Well, I could do whatever I want afterwards, after having my great job.
Okay. Assuming both would be friendly and willing to discuss anything answered and answer any question, would you rather meet a ghost or an alien?
Ooh, an alien.
That's a good one. It's going to be friendly no matter what?
Yeah.
This makes it a little... What if they're both violent? Which one would you rather meet?
I take the alien. The other one is undead, and you can't really kill it, so...
Yeah, the ghost can fuck you from the inside.
Well, so can the alien. Haven't you seen the movie Alien?
Jose always has those quick answers. Out of the box. If we were to, have to pick like 100 people to continue the human race, I want you to be one of those people.
Thank you, Dave.
Would you rather have a very annoying person talk to you first thing in the morning or talk to you only while you're eating?
Definitely in the morning, just so I can get it over with.
So only if I'm eating...
Only while you're
they
eating.
speak to me.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that they always speak to me if I'm eating.
Correct.
So I just have to not eat around them.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah. I concur.
No, in the morning, because I'm already half listening in the morning anyway, so...
Okay. Would you rather be able to release the stinkiest or loudest fart possible at the drop of a hat?
Or not?
No. Which one?
Which one?
Stinkiest or
Oh, I thought it was both.
no, it's stinky and loudest. No. Stinky or...
Stinky.
Yeah.
I know.
Silent but deadly.
I think loudest for the fact that maybe you can get some sort of world record and maybe get some prize money and be on on a freak circus or something. The man who can shatter eardrums with a mere toot.
On command. Would you rather create a famous meme or become a famous meme?
I'm pretty sure if I go to enough beer festivals, I'm going to become a famous meme at one point.
I think there's one from Free the Whales of you online already. Yeah.
Already.
Wow.
Yeah, Matt put it. Surprise!
Why do you think you're here?
It's Jose intervention.
Would you rather be stopped at red lights at every intersection you ever go to, or always have to be behind a driving learner who won't go 1 mile over the speed limit?
Damn. Those are both suffering.
I feel like the stoplight is much safer than being next to a driving learner.
Behind a driving.
Yeah, because they short stop, so you might hit them by accident.
Yeah, I don't know. Both those sound pretty terrible. I really don't like traffic lights, though, so I'm going to have to say driving behind somebody just learning to drive.
Yeah, there's 10 million traffic lights in a city that I have to stop at anyway, so fuck it.
Might as well stop at all of them.
Okay. Would you rather, this is a hard one, have your head constantly orbited by a head of cabbage, or live with a rare form of Tourette syndrome that causes you to yell out random facts about Michael Jackson?
Yeah, do the Michael Jackson.
Michael
one.
Jackson.
What are some random facts? What's something we might shout out, Dave?
Had a monkey named Bubbles.
Bubbles was actually his second monkey.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Good job, Jose.
No, actually, I don't know that.
Oh,
But
this is
When his,
yes or no,
when his nose got caught on fire, that was not the first time it got caught on fire.
What a life that man lived.
Yeah.
Oh. And back to work on the Drake album.
yes,
Anyways, enough about the King of Pop.
Would you rather be able to drive as fast as you want with no repercussions, or avoid all red lights?
Probably avoid all red lights.
Yeah, after just saying I was stopped by all the red lights, go through
yeah,
them.
that's a lot safer than going whatever speed limit I want to.
But there's no repercussions.
Well,
Not even tickets or death?
For you.
Yeah, you might kill someone else in the
I
process.
mean, somebody else might swerve and kill somebody else, but you're good.
I'll be good. How good? Like,
be like, damn, fuck, that's fucked up. Oh,
right, I mean, no, I'm not going to jail, right?
No.
Not getting sued.
No.
And
Nobody knows about
just
it.
your conscience.
nobody knows about it.
Beer Bros does not condone hit and runs.
Please drink responsibly. And finally, would you rather have a talking dog follow you and constantly narrate everything you do very loudly?
Yes. Yes.
Or have a cat that wakes you up every 30 minutes just to say, fuck you?
No.
No, I take the dog.
You already have that cat, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Already have the cat. That wakes you up at 4:30 in the morning. Feed me, bitch.
Dog commentary.
A talking dog?
It's amazing.
I mean, I don't know how long you'd have it. Somebody would probably try and steal that.
Would it start narrating their life?
Oh, no, I've been taken.
Or does it stop talking once it gets taken?
Oh, no, I've been taken from my master. Oh, well, was it like what's the name? That movie? Up?
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I was
Doug.
thinking of? The time traveling one.
Which one?
It's the Hanna-Barbera. I think it's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Old one. With the time traveling dog and the kid.
It seems kind of familiar, but...
And they do like history lessons. Like they show up on
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
what about this?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. So that's pretty close.
I thought it was about this. Actually, it was like this.
And they'd show up or they'd show up with Genghis Khan. Whatever. Nobody remembers the show?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
Like,
All right.
it sounds kind of.
Is it a white dog with glasses?
Yeah, it's a white dog with glasses.
Okay.
And they
And a little
parodied
and a
it in
redheaded kid.
Simpsons or Family Guy.
Everybody's referenced it, yeah.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty is basically... No, I'm just kidding. That's a stretch too far. But maybe. Can't deny it.
I mean,
Possibly a little.
there's a Japanese teaching, and like, every story it's just one of 7 stories. There's only 7 possible stories you can tell, and everything derives from that.
Yeah, it's the 7-story. You mean like the star-crossed lover, the...
Yeah,
The,
it's there's only one of 7 possible stories you can tell.
All right, then.
yep, 7 different story arcs. Of course a librarian would know this.
I got it from my girlfriend's father.
Oh, okay.
You got a topic for us?
Yeah, I do. And this time, covering a little bit both of Tony and JJ, I got a story about the Nintendo Switch.
And porno stats on it.
Hey, somebody's out of the game already.
And to be fair, because Tony's not here,
Yeah.
wherever the hell he is.
Yeah. Posting pictures of giant middle fingers and sending them to us.
I did think about getting because I did see some stat thing about Pornhub is now going to offer caption and sign language assistance for some videos to help for those who are hearing impaired.
Interesting. How do you sign like moans and stuff?
Yeah, you got it. That's how you do it.
That's sucking dick.
Didn't know you guys were
That's a
so
different
fluent
sound.
in sign language.
What's the difference between Yeah, like I want to know the difference.
Was it LOL? Go ahead, Jose.
So somebody hacked the Nintendo Switch, and people are actually putting up their own gamer profiles, like gamer icons. So the Nintendo Switch has like a very limited online play because obviously it's parental controlled, and they don't want anything really custom made being put up there. So
It's not even fully up yet. Not until September.
So what happened was that people are managed to get custom images into their avatars.
See where this is going. Reminds me of the Uno on the old Xbox Live days. Oh, look, I got just beat by... Is that a cock? Yep, that's a cock.
Exactly. In Mario Odyssey, you can play a balloon mode where it shows people's avatar, and people are putting porno on Mario.
I've got to pick up a Switch now.
You can
This really was in honor of JJ and Tony.
you can find the pictures on Reddit. There is one that's censored.
We don't do censored here in the show.
It was a spread eagle. Some
Spread Beagle.
spread beagle.
So it's kind of hilarious that, even though they try to lock this down, that people still manage to get it past. And since they made it like, little fun games with your avatar, like, Now you have dancing penises, and you have to chase the hidden vagina balloon on Mario.
You're gonna have fun with avatars.
Fun
But
for
now
all
you're
ages.
chasing penises.
So yes,
That sounds like your last weekend, right, Reyes?
Yeah.
good job, Nintendo, trying to take down.
Chasing this guy around, free the whales.
Oh yeah.
He was freeing something.
Woo.
Want to tell us what happened?
No, not really.
No.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Let's keep it like
yeah.
that.
That's why it's called getting fucked up, so you don't remember.
Is that? I don't think that's what they called it. I'm pretty sure.
I don't want to know.
Okay. I still don't see the connection.
If you'd like to know, message us. Tweet us at Beer Bros BS.
Yeah, let's do a poll.
Put it on the poll.
Hang 10 shaka, bro.
That's
What's
nice.
that about?
What is that about?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that today.
Yeah,
We're not-
that's a tease.
yeah.
Why don't you tell us about a tease?
Actually, no, let's not talk about that. We're here. We're at Odd Breed. We should be talking to Matt about this place. You want to tell us a little bit about how Odd Breed got started?
Yeah, for the listeners don't know about.
We opened up to the public the day after Thanksgiving last year. It's a project my business partner, Daniel Nomko, and I have been working on for, I guess, almost 3 years now. And basically it took us about 2 years to find the location. And then it took us about 9 months to complete our build-out, which was a lot longer than we had expected. We had a lot of delays, as everyone does. The hurricane slowed us down, too. We had some general contractor issues. Pretty much the only issues we didn't have were with the city and with permitting. They were pretty excited, I guess. The city of Pompano was pretty excited to have us here. And we're definitely glad to be here, too. We're in a revitalized district in Old Town Pompano. And basically, we're just in a tiny little facility. We're 2,500 square feet, fully air conditioned, and we describe our business as a fermentation project focused on barrel-aged wild ales. So we don't brew any beer on site. We actually brew all of our recipes at Barrel Monks over in Boca. We use their state-of-the-art 20-barrel brew house. It's nearly fully automated. Brew our recipes over there, and then transport the wort back down here for all the fermentation, barrel aging, as well as packaging in bottles and kegs. Business has been pretty good. We've been really busy. We're actually currently looking for another location that will allow us basically to produce more beer. We'll be able to move some of our bottled beer off-site, as well as our empty bottles and a few other things that are just taking up unnecessary space here. Which would fortunately allow us to then be able to buy some fooders as well as some more barrels and basically increase capacity.
Fucking awesome.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool.
So I guess you can say you have the fastest wort in town.
I guess.
Womp womp.
Very good. Where's the soundboard? So, besides the wild ales, like I was here last week, and you had barley wine and through 5 different variations. Can you talk about like some of the thought, behind doing, different variations and
Sure. Yeah.
future ones?
So we're definitely focused on farmhouse style beers, wild beers, which typically tend to be pale in color, light in body, low to modest in alcohol content. But we do make some beers that are not low in alcohol, not light in body, not light in color, but are still aged in barrels and produced with our mixed culture of wild yeast and bacteria. And so we made some barley wines. We've got a strong golden ale that we're going to be bottling up soon. Tomorrow, actually, we're bottling up some of our Imperial Wild Porter that was aged in Sagamore rye whiskey barrels with tart Montmorency cherries. So we definitely do some stuff, I guess, that's not 5-6% pale in color. The barley wines were something that we worked on. We brewed actually quite a while ago, and we double barrel aged all of that. Some of the batch we had in French oak Cabernet barrels, and some of the batch we had in heavy char American oak casks. And basically, our thoughts were that once we were able to move all of our beer into this facility, all of our barrels, I decided that I wanted to double barrel age that barley wine, but that I wanted to go with the opposite type of oak from what was previously used. So the heavy char American oak cask barley wine, I decided to transfer into French oak Italian Marsala barrels. And the stuff, the barley wine that I had aged in French oak Cabernet barrels, I decided to transfer into Sagamore rye whiskey barrels, as well as a Scotch brandy cask. And both of those barrels are American oak. So the idea is, like I said, is to kind of switch the oak species, but also give it a little bit more of a layered profile. That beer was primary fermented. The barley wine was primary fermented with a mixture of different English ale yeasts, and then when we transferred it into barrels, that's when we added our mixed culture. So as such, the beer has some light tartness, but it's definitely not as sour as our other beers. That was intentional. We still wanted the beer to have some sweetness, to still have kind of that barley wine identity, but to have a little bit of the wild yeast influence and just a little bit of acidity from the bacteria.
And these were two separate beers?
It was
Each
one
double-barreled?
recipe. So it was one recipe, but it was I initially aged the batch in two different types of barrels, and then once we brought the beer into our facility here last, I guess it would have been early November of last year, we transferred it into three different types of barrels.
Okay, wow. Mm-hmm. And then was it all blended together at the end? Or?
No, we kept it separate. So we have three different versions of the barley wine that we bottled. A version that was finished in a Marsala Italian wine barrel, version that was finished in the Sagamore rye whiskey barrel, and then the other version that was finished in the Scotch brandy barrel. And then on draft, we also have a version of the Scotch brandy barrel that is infused with Blooming Bean coffee. Blooming Bean is a coffee shop and roaster that's directly across the street from our brewery here.
And you introduced your mixed culture when it was going into the first barrels, or each time you transferred it?
Yeah, into the first barrels.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very cool. I mean, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, did the flight, and each one had such a distinct flavor. Going from like the Scotch cask, since it had that real creaminess because it was nitro, and then go from that to the one with the coffee and then the rye whiskey. All of them just were flavor explosions. It hit they were like 14.5%, I believe.
Yeah, the Italian Marsala is 13.5, and the other versions are all right at 14.
Right. And amazing. Like, hit it so well.
Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic.
Do you have any events coming up that you want to put out there, or?
At the moment, we don't really have any events we've committed to aside from the Bang & Banjo 3-year anniversary. I believe that is on July 21st. But that's all we have currently planned. We just did Free the Whales a couple days ago, and that was a great event, like always. But we've been a little bit more selective with the events that we've done since opening, and the main reason for that is really that we're a little low on beer volume right now. I would have hoped that we'd have more beers on draft, but fortunately, I guess the business in the tap room has been good. And we keg condition all of our beers, so it's what that means basically is it's like bottle conditioning, where you get the beer to re-ferment in its final package, and so that adds more time to our production. And unfortunately, we're, like I said, just a little bit low on variety right now. We have 4 barley wines on draft, and then we have 2 of our more typical types of beers. One being the one that we're drinking right now, Diner Food. Blended farmhouse ale aged on spent raspberries, and then we also have a strong amber ale on draft, Room Without a Window. But over the next couple weeks, we'll have a few new beers that will be on draft, as well as some new stuff coming in bottles.
Care to share a sneak peek about what you may be pouring at Bang & Banjo's anniversary?
We haven't decided yet.
Okay.
It may be our beer called Tyrack, which we haven't served yet. It's some people may remember we made a beer called Tyrack. It was spelled T-I-E. This one is spelled T-H-A-I. The reason being that it's a saison that has influences from Thai cuisine.
Cool.
It's made with jasmine rice and lemongrass.
Very cool.
Holy crap. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
But maybe that beer. If not, we've got a couple other ones that we're thinking of as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, let me go. All right. Gonna kind of go with some current talk right now. LeBron James signed with the LA Lakers.
Couldn't talk about video games, huh?
No, We already covered that.
Check pass.
That was 2 weeks ago. So, there's a lot of talk about this go around. It's his longest contract besides when he signed with Miami Heat back in 2010. And, he's getting a lot of flack from places that he chose the wrong team.
Well, it wasn't a good situation. He's not going into a good situation.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's a great franchise, but they're not at their best right now.
Yeah. They've been, subpar for the past, 4.
What are you talking about? They have Big Baller Brand there.
Yeah, I know. Maybe not for long. So, they got a couple other people. They got one of his nemesis, Lance Stevenson, if some recall from the Heat playoffs, the famous he would blow into LeBron's ear and do other things to try and get under LeBron's skin. But all that
Didn't he have him blocked on Instagram at one point?
Yeah, I believe so. So now they're going to play on the same team.
I think I've read that at somewhere.
So, and then breaking news. We got the breaking news. Very good. Rajon Rondo just signed a 1-year deal to go play with the Lakers. Another big-time rival of LeBron James when he was on the Celtics and the Heat were going at it. And, a couple of our players, JaVale McGee, on top of what they have, which isn't much. Maybe Kyle Kuzma. So,
He'd rather play with them rather than J.R. Smith ever again.
No, I think I saw J.R. Smith snuck onto his private plane in one of those suitcases to try and stay on his coattails.
Would you say that this is a tectonic shift in the NBA landscape?
I would say so.
I don't
For what?
think
The balance between East and West.
You can't lose.
Well-
you can't lose in the finals if you don't make it to the finals.
Bingo,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
right. But I posit you this: the reason why there's been such an exodus of talent to the West Coast has been LeBron's dominance of the East Coast. Now, with LeBron going to the Lakers and possibly attracting some more talent to the Lakers and becoming dominant there, will there be another exodus of talent back to the East, as the East will be perceived to be wide open?
Yeah, will Pat Riley?
And I'm not trying to
do
discount
something
the Sixers
Well, I mean,
or the Celtics.
the Cavaliers still have to sign somebody else to take over the spot that
Who
LeBron.
the fuck's gonna go there?
If they pay enough money.
Those are big shoes to fill, Jose.
I know they're big shoes, but they have to fill them somehow. What are you going to tell your fans next year?
Cement.
Yeah,
Throw
welcome
'em
to
in
another
the
decade of irrelevance.
Ohio River.
No, but I mean, to me, the smart move, if I were LeBron, I would have went to Philly. He entertained and
I would have
talked to them.
thought Philly was probably the best situation. He could have
Young
come into.
core, defense.
Place where they burn down their own city when they win. Great place you want to set up shop with your
This is
family.
where I want my kids to grow up.
I know.
Shout out to Philly. You got a great sandwich.
I just thought it was kind of odd.
Philly cheesesteak is the quintessential American sandwich.
But we already have one
I'm
of the
telling you.
We
It's
already
not
have one of the best
hamburger,
places, a
all
little bit
it's
of
not the
Phillies.
hot dog. Okay. Oh, by the way, is a
Either
hot dog
one.
a sandwich anyways?
Of course it is.
Yeah, I mean,
No, it's not.
I don't know. I think it's more of a taco. It's a bread taco.
Taco is a sandwich,
What?
such as a gyro.
These are wraps.
and-
There's a name for them.
Hey,
No.
no,
It's
I-
not
A
wrap-
soft taco can be
A
wrapped.
gyro. You can run.
And a gyro is a Greek taco.
Mediterranean taco. No, but come on. On 4th of July, they don't have a Philly cheesesteak eating contest. They have a hot dog eating
Look,
contest.
Yeah.
this is my
Agree
with JJ on
but
that.
hold on. This is my argument for that. Though, is that the hamburger and the hot dog are essentially German. The Philly cheesesteak, however, was born here.
Chorizo. Is that German too?
Bro, there's no you don't go to a hot dog stand in New York and get chorizo. They're gonna give you a hot dog
Depends.
with some sauerkraut.
You don't go to.
It's German as fuck.
You don't get a Chicago dog, and it's not a Frankfurter.
Bro, you know what I tell you, man? I've always
Ain't
wanted
that-
to try a Chicago dog, but every time I pull up, I'm just like, yeah, but let me get it without tomato, without pepper.
You gotta.
without-
They don't have it here. You gotta get it in Chicago.
No, even in Chicago.
Portillo's. Get it at Portillo's.
Bro, I go to Portillo's,
The
bro.
Fucking.
I got the Italian
best.
beef dipped.
No, get the fucking
What?
hot dog, dude. I had friends come down from Chicago and they brought.
By the way, it's called Porty's.
and they got a fucking. Yeah. What's that Portillo's you
No,
been
I'm
to?
disagreeing that that's the right name for it. Sorry?
And
Yeah,
that the
okay.
beef is
Portillo's
great.
is dope.
And they
I always
brought
get a chili dog.
and they get they brought down 10 Chicago dogs. So on the flight, they brought it on the flight.
This is a hot dog flight. What is this? They have hot dog flights at Porty's?
They brought them from there, from Chicago
Onto the flight?
onto the flight,
Oh, nice.
so I could regale my family with it.
I like it.
When they came down, they stunk the fuck out of that flight.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people complain.
Smells
We
like
got a little
sausage.
sidetracked.
Especially if you ate a few.
No, they didn't. I paid for 10. I got.
Wait,
10.
hold on. They brought them to you. You weren't there.
No, they brought them to Miami.
Wow.
They say, "Yeah, you want me to pick you up at the airport? Sure. You need the last stop you need to go to before you get to the airport, before you get to Midway, Portillo's. I don't care which one you go to. Stop at one. 10. I'll pay you when you get back. And
Anyway, got a little sidetracked from the.
Well, that's one expensive Uber Eats.
Yeah, right. So real quick, do you guys? He signed 4 years, so that means LeBron's gonna be there until he's 37. So does he win a championship? Because the Warriors are still out there. Paul George, everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna go with
No.
LeBron." He re-signed
No.
with OKC.
no,
Never. Okay.
No, he's just forcing the inevitable earlier.
So you don't think they're gonna do some trades or there's something in it?
I do think that they're going to build the team. I don't think anything. I mean, it depends what happens before the trade deadline, right? I mean, before the trade deadline, anything's possible.
And next year, Kevin Durant's a free agent.
And I mean, honestly, LeBron's an animal. The Lakers are making the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
The Lakers are making the playoffs. Sorry.
And they're probably going to make their money back even earlier, so just on
Maybe,
jersey
I guess,
sales and apparel.
I don't give a shit about that. It's the Lakers. They always make money.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just.
Well, I know, but
Well, the Clippers have been stealing the show for a while.
I'm saying
the Lakers kind of became LA's second team for a bit there. That must have hurt Magic.
Yeah. Bro, unless they do some crazy trade and get Kawhi Leonard, which
Which is possible. It's feasible.
But why would the Spurs trade to one of their biggest rivals? That doesn't make sense to me. And get shitty pieces opposed to Philly or the Celtics or someone else can give them something better.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't think it's going to happen unless something.
I don't
crazy
think trades
happens.
work that way. I think you have to work with with your rivals, or else they'll say you'll start seeing trading blocks that set up, and we won't trade with those people. I won't trade to your people if you don't trade to mine.
Well, I mean, technically, they don't have to trade Kawhi. He's a free agent next year.
But
So-
what I'm saying is they do it in soccer all the time. You want to get something out of somebody before they leave you. You trade them before they go.
I don't even
unless
think.
you're AC Milan,
Yeah.
and then you just don't pay your dues.
Yeah. Just real quick, if they don't do anything else, if they don't do any big trades, I don't even think he makes it to the finals. He gets knocked out in the
Well,
second round.
I'm not saying he'll make it to the finals, but they're making the playoffs.
Second round, they get knocked out. That's my sports. And that's JJ with sports.
So I had a quick little topic in. Let's see if I can open this. In South Africa, a lady who died in a car accident was found alive in the morgue fridge.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
You know what that reminded me of was in Scarface when Manolo's telling the story about how he got shot. It's when Michelle Pfeiffer's coming down the elevator. It's like, oh, what happened to your arm? He's like, oh man, so I got shot by this guy who I killed but was not dead yet. And I got shot in the arm like a fucking asshole.
And so essentially, there was a car accident. Two other people were killed. This lady was presumed dead. They hooked up an advanced life monitoring system to her, and there was another unit that was there that evidently also signed off that she had died. They took her to the morgue. They stuck her in the fridge, and yeah, she wasn't dead.
That's fucking crazy. Can you imagine waking up and being in the get me out of this?
So how
it's
did
all
they-
dark and shit?
Like,
Oh, and evidently they're
What
saying
did
that
they use?
nobody did anything wrong.
Okay.
It wasn't that they were not trained properly. It's just nothing happened, and it's just a big miracle.
and what did she say happened while she was,
She didn't say anything.
okay.
Yeah, they typically like to ask people, "Oh, did you see anything? Did you see the light at the end of the tunnel?"
Now, the crazy thing is, in 2016, medics had declared a road accident victim in KwaZulu-Natal dead. He was found breathing the next day, but he ended up dying 5 hours after being found out he was alive.
Damn. Why? Because of whatever he was supposed to die of originally?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because for that long, if your system's shut down, you get no activity to the brain. So
In
Yeah, you don't
January,
got no activity of the brain anyways, JJ.
Dang. In January this year, a jail inmate was certified dead in Spain's Asturias region before regaining consciousness hours before an autopsy was due.
Now, Spain, that whole area is a little dicey, huh?
It depends.
Asturias.
I don't know. There's a lot of independence movements over there.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
But that's calmed down quite a bit.
Yeah, they calmed them down.
Yeah.
They told them that they can't have any more Barcelona soccer.
You better.
Most of the fans
calm
aren't from
down.
Barcelona. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, and evidently they had found that guy who was supposed to get an autopsy, and so I guess it happens. It's not all that infrequent.
So should we bring back the bells?
Yeah, bring back the
grave bells.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Bring out your dead.
You think so too? You guys all
Yeah,
think
I
so?
concur.
What do you do? What do you do when you walk by and the bell's ringing and they're like, "Oh, please let me out." And you
Just
look at
keep walking.
And you look at the tombstone and it's from like 5 years ago. It's like, man, if you ain't dead, you better die, because whatever the hell that is isn't coming back up here.
It's probably or you start looking for the camera. Like, is the camera in one of the vents? Where is it? And I'm on the show.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're being fucking punked and shit.
What's your favorite hidden camera TV show?
Lente Loco. Love the fucking little mascot.
There was a
I like Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, I'm an Impractical Jokers
yeah,
guy.
that one or there was a Canadian one
Oh,
that shows up everywhere.
Was it the
Yeah.
pigeon one? Something television, something TV.
Something TV. Yeah, I think it was like that.
yeah, that one was good. Can't think of
It
it.
was like a blonde lady, and
Yeah.
sometimes she was blonde, sometimes she was brunette.
I mean, you gotta go OG. Fucking Candid Camera. Growing up, watch that all the time with my family.
What about you, Matt?
I watched Candy Camera a couple times, but yeah.
That was like the family-friendly one. Like, oh, where's your hat? Oh, it's missing. It's like Impractical Joker. Like, oh, fucking, I shit in your food and you ate it. So like, oh man, I'm gonna kill you.
I think Impractical Jokers is good because it's one of those shows that you can put on at any point throughout the show and not be lost. Like, what's going on here?
Oh, this guy's making an ass of himself.
Oh, they're making. Oh, they're doing a prank to that guy. Oh, that's funny.
Yep, love it.
In like the vein of America's Funniest Home Videos, they have this new TV show coming out called Animals Doing Things, hosted by Howie Mandel. And then here's the kicker. That show actually began as an Instagram account. That was an Instagram account.
Oh,
And
Animal
then they
Doing
were like,
Things?
"Oh, yeah." And they're like, "Oh, you know what? Let's turn this into a TV show. And it's going to be on National Geographic."
One day, Beer Bros and BS could be on National Geographic too.
Yes.
That's the channel for us.
Spider and Hermione. Actually, talking
We're all
about
about culture.
cats, whatever happens to your cat.
We could be on the
beer cultures.
Smithsonian channel. You know that I think a couple years ago they hired a beer historian. The Smithsonian Institute hired a beer historian.
If they need it, yeah. Actually,
Oh, you remember that? You
Yeah.
applied for it.
Did
you apply for it?
No, I didn't apply for that
No?
one. There was a few that I was like, yeah, I'll just go for this. And then I thought, like, damn, what happened if I ever actually got one of these CIA librarian positions?
Yo, it's Department of Defense. There's actually a guy that hangs out like at a beer events a lot. That he's like a Department of Defense historian. I think that's a dope ass gig.
There's a lot of jobs that you'd be surprised that even exist. You just got to go to usajobs.gov and you'll see all these positions. You're like honestly, I didn't know there was a DIA. You're like, what the hell's a DIA? Defense Information Agency.
Oh, okay.
And they're not as well known as the CIA, but yeah, they're out there. And now they're aware of us.
Yep.
Oh,
And now they're aware of all of you.
They're listening. They're listening right now.
Yeah, they already know about me.
hey man. So Upbreed has a rare bottle club, right?
Yes, we do.
Nice segue.
Hey, Jose's got the shirt on.
Yeah, talking about that. Where's your cat? Aren't you supposed to have like a cat mascot here?
No, the cat's not here today.
Oh, okay. But you do let him roam around here, right? Maybe.
No.
Rumors. Okay.
For the purpose of the show, no.
Jose was really hoping there was a cat.
You heard it here, listeners. You want to hear from the head brewer about Breed to hear if there's a cat or not. Confirmed, no cat.
Could you tell us a little bit about how those offerings differ from like
I know there's
the
pussy
stuff you
around here.
normally?
Sure.
put
Yeah.
up?
So basically, the idea for the Odd Breed Rare Bottle Club was that we wanted to make all of the beers club exclusive beers, and by that I mean that we kind of set out to offer beers for the Rare Bottle Club that we wouldn't be tempted to ever produce in the future. And so the easiest way to do that is to offer beers that we pretty much know that we can't produce in the future. So a lot of the Rare Bottle Club beers are various different blends. A lot of times it's just taking advantage of whatever random beer we have available, or that we have a little bit extra volume of, or when we are able to get in just some really unique or interesting barrels, something we don't think we're going to come across again. But a lot of the Rare Bottle Club beers are blended, and a lot of times they're blended from several different beers that are all different ages. And a lot of times what I'll do actually is I'll blend them together in a couple of different barrels or in one large puncheon. And so again, the idea behind that is basically to create an experience, really unique beer, and something that can't be reproduced. We also aim to have our Rare Bottle Club beers be our most special beers. Of course, that's subjective. A lot of people just really like it when we make a beer that has an insane amount of fruit, and I like doing those beers too for the most part, but they're not really my favorite types of beers to make. And so, some of our club members, I guess they really appreciate the different blended beers, and other ones they want the ones that are blended from several different beers but also have fruit. So we have some of those as well. But I think we have some pretty unique things in store for our Bottle Club members, especially some darker beers coming up, some darker and stronger beers. But we try to make them unique.
What would you say is your most popular beer?
I don't know. That's a tough question. Definitely something that's fruited, and I would say with our Golden Wild Ale base. So we recently released Halo Kibbles. We haven't put that on draft yet. We only have a couple of kegs of that. It'll go on draft at some point. But Halo Kibbles is just our very heavily fruited Golden Wild Ale with organic red raspberries added. And so it's a blend of a couple of Golden Wild Ales aged in French oak puncheons for several months. And then we re-fermented it on organic red raspberries for about 2 months before bottle conditioning. But raspberries are always a popular fruit, so it's something that we figured would be relatively popular. As far as the club beers go, the most popular one would probably be our second release, which was a blend of 2 sour red ales aged in Cabernet wine barrels. One was aged for 16 months, one was aged for 12 months. The one that was aged for 16 months was more sour and had a lot more oak presence, whereas the one that was 12 months old had a lot more funk and Brett character. And we then re-fermented that blend on a combination of 180 pounds of organic sweet cherries and 30 pounds of organic red raspberries. And I really like that combination with the sweet cherries and the red raspberries. It gives you a lot of really nice jammy aromas, as well as all those tart fruit notes.
Yeah, I actually had a chance to try that, and it was very impressive.
Yeah,
it was very dope.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I would say that's probably one of my favorites as well.
We'll be making other beers that will be similar to that we'll offer to the public as well. But they will be different in the sense that they won't be a blend necessarily of 2 sour red ales, especially those 2 sour red ales that were completely different recipes and aged for quite a long time. But I like the idea of using a combination of sweet cherries, especially with the red raspberries, on a more pale base, like our Golden Wild Ale base.
And if somebody wanted to have one of those unique beer experiences, how would they go about getting that beer?
As far as from the Rare Bottle Club, you mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, our next sign-ups will probably be around March or so of next year. We in our Bottle Club, we offer 18 375s of 9 different beers, which again are all club exclusives. And so basically the club expires when we fulfill the requirement of distributing those 9 different beers. We've only distributed 3 of them so far. That's all that we have that are ready. But we have several others that are in process. So at some point later this year, we'll end up basically having like a waiting list, like a pre-sign up, and then we're giving our current members first right of refusal for membership for next year. But we cap it at 300 members. We'll see how many people we have renew, and then figure out how many new members can join.
Cool.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Did you have a topic?
I don't know. I've talked enough.
No Drake.
Oh, yeah. He had an album, didn't he?
Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion came out.
I've actually heard people are able to get a refund for this month of, if you have Spotify, if you email them and saying that you pay so you don't get any advertisements, as every recommended album was Drake. Was an advertisement for his new album.
Whoa.
Jeez.
So that's a $10 or $15 back to your pocket, depending on what plan you have.
I got Movie Pass.
You joined?
Sure did.
Have you tried it yet?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Only at Landmark, so I haven't gotten the card.
Let me know.
It's already worth it. It's already
Let
worth
me
it.
know when you go to Landmark.
It's already worth it.
Love going there.
I saw... What did I see? I saw...
Jurassic World?
Excuse me. I saw Jurassic World. I saw Hereditary. That's it, bro. I saw this movie for $5 a piece. See another movie, it turns into $3? Come on.
Think about it. The first movie is you pay for it, and after that, everything else is free for the month.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it, too. But I want to get it to the point where it's like, 25 cents per movie? It's like I'm in 1925.
The problem is, I mean, if
Until you get to the concession stand.
Yeah, right?
And then
Nah,
you
but
lose-
ain't
you lose
nobody
those
patting me
savings.
down, dogs. Gummy worms all in these pockets.
yeah, you just bring in your own.
Bag of Twizzlers in the back pocket.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon? Jose.
What burns my bacon is running out of kitty litter. You have to scoop that shit up, and there's no more sand, and I feel bad for the cats.
So literally, scoop that shit up.
All right, then.
But yeah, running out of kitty litter sucks for them, and me too.
For
But then
me,
That stinks.
it stinks.
for me, I'd say it's parking apps. Every place, every city you go to has a different parking app, and you have to sit and download the app and then enter in your credit card information.
What are you talking about? They use
Not all of them.
I'm just gonna
they
say,
use Pay Mobile in most of Dade County except for the beach.
let's say if you wanted to visit a certain brewery in Wynwood
Yeah,
on 24th Street,
Pay by phone.
there you can use pay by phone, or if there's like happens to be a garage,
Those independent guys, they have their
There's
own
one
apps.
there.
I didn't know that.
yeah,
So that independent lot at the end of the block has its own app?
Park Jockey. And City Miami has one. Miami Beach has one.
Yeah, Miami Beach is different. They decided
City
to be
Miami has
different.
at
No,
least
City Miami is Pay by phone, which is the rest
Coconut
of...
Grove is Park by Mobile.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Pork mobile.
Park
No,
by app.
Pay by phone.
Park by app. I just downloaded it.
Nah. They're the only part of the city of Miami then.
Coconut Grove then.
Because Coconut Grove is
Right.
within the city proper.
Right off Grand Ave.
I'm going to have to investigate this for myself.
Right by Locale.
No, I parked there. I used Pay by phone. No, bro, you went into another private lot.
Parking apps.
You
Why
went
can't
into-
you? They just
You went to a private lot for... That's a private lot app. Because I park on the street in front of Locale. I park in front of the street. No, that's
When?
that's the
When?
private.
When?
That's the private lot
When?
on Grand
When?
Ave to the
When?
west. Yes, bro. I know
When?
which lot you're talking
When?
about. I don't know, like a week ago. A week ago I was there.
so was I.
Yeah, but you parked in a private lot. Because the streets
That's
is
what I
Pay by
said.
phone.
Everybody's got to have a different parking app.
Don't go in the private lots. They charge you more anyways.
I don't have a tow truck, so I can't, pull out a car and park mine in there.
I mean, you got to be patient.
You know.
Got to be patient.
What's your topic, JJ?
All right. I'm going to say what burns my bacon is AMC Network canceling Comic Book Men. After 7 seasons,
They got canceled. I heard they were renewed.
nope, they got canceled. And now...
So what you're saying is they're looking for a podcast show.
yeah, no, they're looking for a new network because apparently...
Oh, no, I was talking about AMC.
So Kevin Smith was like,
AMC brought you.
I wonder, even though they had like some of the highest ratings this past season, he was like, well, when you keep fucking changing our original time slot, which, what prime time slot,
Like 11?
Yeah,
11 on a Sunday?
No, it's Sunday at 12:30 a.m. And then like, it got bumped because Talking Dead went too long, so it's on Tuesday at 2 a.m. Catch it then. Great, no wonder it got fucked up. And he was like, you got to make room for the 4th Walking Dead show, Walking Dead Miami, that's coming out. Like, is there enough of that shit?
Wait, there's a Walking Dead Miami?
They're making it.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I want to see it just because it's Miami, but that's about it. But
They have that another show coming out, like set in South Florida. It's called Claws.
Oh, yes.
Probably gonna watch that too.
Probably watch that too.
It's about the beauty salon that's owned by the women.
Oh, no, I didn't. I
Russians?
don't watch that one. No, I know. That's TBS.
TNT.
Yeah, it's
TNT?
okay.
Okay.
No, TBS.
I think it's TBS.
We're watching.
Well,
no, I was
TBS
watching.
is the funny one, and TNT is the not funny one, right? That's what they did?
Correct.
We
So
know
I was
Trump or
watching
some shit like
TBS,
They're all
the
the same parent company.
Divergent series yesterday.
Turner sold to Warner, no?
yeah, so
Did he? Turner sold, though. He doesn't own them anymore.
yeah, he doesn't know him anymore. He sold him, but whatever. Good luck to to Comic Book Men. Their show's awesome. I'm sure they'll find a spot somewhere, Netflix or Hulu or some shit.
AMC,
Or
reach out to us.
podcast app.
Dave at beerbrosbs.com, beerbrosbs@gmail.com.
And that burns my bacon.
But you don't burn our bacon if you contact us. We love you guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't burn our bacon then.
Yeah, then I'll forgive you.
Cook it perfectly. Matt, do you have anything that burns your bacon?
Yeah, actually, we've been open now, like I said, since end of November, and we still have people that either call us up asking when we're open, or they show up here asking, "Oh, are you guys closed today?" And they'll come by on a Monday when I'm here by myself at like 10:30 in the morning. And it's like, first of all, why are you trying to go to a brewery at 10:30 in the morning on a Monday?
Hey, we won't judge you.
And then they'll tell me about how they looked up directions for us online, but when they went on Google to look up directions, or find our address, they didn't bother to scroll down and find out that we're only open 4 days a week.
I mean, if you use Google, it even prompts you because we're recording on a Monday, and it says, "Are you sure you want to go there? They may be closed."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I had that moment today. I was like, hey, anybody make sure Matt's going to be there?
Yeah. Woo. Would have been just recording outside.
Yeah, we also
On that bed.
recording live outside of Oddbury.
Sidewalk series coming soon.
We're getting into Oddbreed one episode at a time.
Alex, what burns your bacon?
Oh, what burns my bacon is
Going to 2 restaurants before this that are both fucking closed.
yeah, definitely. Way to steal my thunder twice in an episode, JJ.
Can you say that again? I didn't catch it.
No, yeah, it's going to 2 restaurants that are closed in a row.
Oof.
Pull up to one, or you're on your way to one, and it's like, nah, it's closed. And then you go to the other one, and it's closed, but not because they're scheduled to be closed. It's not their regular schedule. It's because they decided to take the week off for 4th of July. And they're a bar. It was a gyro place, which makes it even weirder.
Do you know when the Greek independence is?
Is it July 3rd?
July 5th. No, I don't know. What do you think?
Independence from who? From the
Macedonia?
I'm pretty sure they absorbed that. They just, or rather, they were absorbed by that.
Or the defining moment of Athens from the Greek alliance.
Whoa, yeah, sure. But
I would adhere
Delian League.
to the, the
when they
Gregorian calendar.
what was his name? Pericles defeated the Persians. Is that what you're referring to?
It could be.
I don't remember the date.
I don't think they know the exact date either.
All right.
That's why they celebrate all year long.
Welcome to Beer Bros in History.
So don't forget, guys, please subscribe and follow the show on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Blubbery, Overcast, Kodi, Ubook, Player FM, Podcast Addict, Microsoft Podcast App, Digital Podcast, Listen Notes, Podbean, Podcast Blaster, Radio Public, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Are we on Google Podcast? That new one that just started up last week?
Cast.
Google it.
Yeah. It's no, well, By the way, if you Google us now, it comes up on the side and it already has episodes, and you can just click on it.
Do we have a Wikipedia entry?
We could. What would we put on it?
Peanut butter eating champion day.
Suboptimal podcast out of South Florida.
No, the most decorated podcast.
You know what? I would love
Most
to see
decorated beer podcast
the talk
in Miami.
page. The talk page on this Wikipedia article.
All the references are just our episodes.
An episode.
Or 4 articles. Which reminds me, we got to talk after this, but I digress. Thanks for listening. Thanks for having us here, Matt. Is there anything else you want to throw out there before we go?
No.
And the beer drinkers?
Appreciate everybody's enthusiasm about our brand, I guess, and glad to have other people drinking sour beers from Florida.
Fuck yeah. Sour beers forever.
All right, thanks for listening. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
Jose. JJ the Mill Chef.
Alex, the king of Alapata.
And I'm Matt Nanthy.
All right, good night, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Please don't break the glassware.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Beer Bros and BS. Cheers.
Beer bros. Beer bros.
Beer Bros. Beer Bros. And BS.
Yes.